Good morning, everybody. It's Monday, the 6th of April. Yeah, that's right. At 9 a.m. in London. So we're going to do our morning Pilates workout. So props that we're going to try to work in today, ball. If you don't have a ball at home, then you can take a towel, just a regular size bath towel, and fold it up as small as you can, as many times as you can, so it makes sort of a ball shape. We're also going to use a band. If you don't have a band, grab a belt or a scarf or something. But hopefully everybody has a band. And if anyone doesn't have a band and needs one, contact me. If you're local to Stoke Newington in London, I'm happy, or even just anywhere in the UK, I can send you one. Or you can get them, I'm sure you can still get them on Amazon and things like that. I use like a medium resistance, definitely not too heavy. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So we're gonna start with that ball or towel between your knees. So again, if you're using that towel, just have it really small and slot it right there between these. Give the towel or ball a little bit of a squeeze. I'm gonna refer to it as a ball going forward. I don't wanna always have to say towel or ball. Draw your abdominals in, take a big breath in, reach the arms up, and then breathe out, come up onto your toes. Just finding your balance, a little bit of squeeze on that ball. Relax your shoulders, reach your arms out to the side, drop your heels down, drop your chin to your chest, round the spine, and roll yourself all the way down. Hang over your legs and nod your head. Good, now shake the head side to side. I want you to soften your knees, drop your chest down on top of those knees into a really low squat. Get your hands down on the mat and then straighten your legs back up, so getting that lovely stretch of your hamstrings. Breathe in, bend the knees, rest your chest on top of the knees, getting as low as you can. Thighs should be parallel to the floor, and then straightening back out. Last time, inhale, bend the knees, rest the chest on top of the knees, get the legs nice and straight, and then soften the knees and walk your hands forward, breathing out as you come forward. Lift your head, slide your shoulders down the back. Now drop your ball down to the mat. Exhale, lift. Breathe in and out. Aim for 2. And lift. Last one. Lift and hold. Now lift your hips up. Press into your heels. Good. And then walk your hands back to your feet. Bend the knees, run the spine, and slowly roll yourself all the way back up to standing. Shoulders and head come up last. Big inhale, arms up. And then exhale, come up onto your toes. Finding your balance. Shoulders down away from the ears. Reach your arms out to the side as you drop your heels down. Now we still have that ball. I've got the towel. I'm going to actually swap it for a ball now. But keep whatever you've got between your knees. Drop your hips and lift. So coming into a squat, looking up to the ceiling. Reach the fingertips. Aim for 3 and lift. Last 2. I'm going to hold this last one down. Really stretch the fingers, little pulses down for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Peel your heels high. Come on to the tips of the toes. And then inhale, lower the heels back down. Keep the hips low. Lift the heels up. And then drop them back down. 2 more. Lift and lower. Last one. Up, hold. And then drop the heels, straighten up the back. Inhale, lift the arms up one more time. Ribs point down towards your hips, shoulders away from the ears, and then come up into a balance. Now reach your arms out to the side, lace the fingers behind the back, lift the arms, and hinge yourself forward. Drop that chest down towards the knees. Have a look at your feet. Feet should still be parallel. And then nod your head. Let the hands drop down to the mat. Soften your knees. And walk your hands forward, breathing out as you come forward out into your plank. Lift your head, hips, shoulders, and head all in one line. And we're going to tap your hand to the opposite shoulder. Stay there for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back into your plank. Now we're going to try 4 push-ups. Bend your elbows. Pull your elbows in tight. Tricep push-ups. Exhale. Press the mat away. Inhale. Lower the chest. Pull the elbows in. Exhale. Press the mat away. If you need to modify, just come onto your knees. Lower and lift. Last one. Lift and hold. And then lift your hips up nice and high. Hold your downward dog stretch. Try to dig your heels into the mat. Hollow the abdominals. And walk your hands back towards your feet. Bend the knees, round the spine, slowly rolling yourself all the way back up, just articulating your spine, so waking up that spine, getting that fluidity and mobility. Head comes up last. Now we're going to drop the ball. Lift your left arm up to the ceiling. Really lengthen that left side as you slide your right hand down. So that arm goes straight up. It's not over to the side. It's like a helium balloon is pulling you up. We're just trying to find a bit more space through these ribs, through the oblique. Inhale, change. Right arm up. Lengthen through the ribs on that right side. And then inhale down. So still having a look at your feet, standing at the end of your mat, feet parallel like train tracks. Chin to chest, rounded spine, rolling down once again, just folding over those legs, hanging over the legs for a moment, sway left and right. If your fingers can touch the mat, great. If they can't, it's okay. Just kind of reaching as low as you can and just getting that movement, just kind of massaging out your lower back. Now bend the knees, hands come down, walk your hands forward, breathing up as you come forward, head up, head, shoulders, hips all in one line. So strong plank, zip the core, and then lift your right foot up to the mat, or up to the top of the wall behind you. Drop the right knee under the body to the left elbow. Breathe in, lift that toe to the top of the wall behind you. Breathe out, knee to elbow. 2 more times, lift, lengthen, hold. Knee reaching down to the elbow. Last one. Lift, hold, and lower. Come back to your plank. We're going to switch sides. Left leg comes up. Point that toe. So there should be a line going from the knee through the hip down to those hands as you lift high and low. 2 more. Lift and lower. Last one. High to low. Back to your plank, holding there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lower the knees, sit back onto your heels, rest your forehead on the mat, and breathe. You drag your hands back and flip yourself over onto your back. Just spin yourself around. Now grab the ball, and we're just going to reach the ball to your feet. Stretch forward, and then breathe in. Straighten up your back, shoulders down away from the ears, string out of the top of the head, so long, strong back. Exhale, round the spine, point the toes, squeeze the legs together as you slowly come down to the mat. Breathe in, tap that ball behind you. Breathe out, lift the hands, head, spine, curling up, and stretch forward. Breathe in, roll through the spine, straight back. Imagine a wall behind you, and then we break through that wall, leaving that lower back as you come down to the mat. Stretch the arms overhead. Last one, we're going to lift the hands, head, spine, heeling up off the mat. Reach forward. Straighten back. And then come halfway down, hold. I want you to roll your shoulders back, lift the chest, and lift your right leg up. Try to tap the ball or the towel with that leg. Switch. Now try to squeeze the legs together and see if you lift both legs up for 5 and 4. Breathe out and in. Last 3, 2, and 1. Take your feet down to the mat. Roll yourself all the way back. Now you place your ball to the side. Stretch your body long. So reaching from the tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes. Sweep your hands around the side. Pull your knees into your chest. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the feet. Now let's see, lift the hands up to the ceiling. If you can extend those legs without dropping the chest, go ahead and get the legs nice and straight. And then lower the arms, the chest, the legs, everything down to the mat. Inhale, hold. Exhale, sweeping around into that V-sit. Once again, shoulders back, chin up. Hands go up, legs go up. If you can lift the legs without dropping the back, roll everything back down. We're going to aim for 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Let's see if you can come up with the legs straight. Imagine string, just pulling those toes, pulling those fingertips. Exhale, control down. Inhale, hold. Last time. Exhale, lifting all the way up. Holding there, shoulders back, chin up, stretch, and then exhale, slowly, slowly back down to the mat. Hug your knees into your chest and add a little movement side to side, just massaging out any tension that's built up in the lower back. Good. Now we're going to come to our tabletop position. So we're in a neutral spine, the ribs are down, knees above the hips, shins parallel to the floor, hands are off the edges of the mat. I want you to really sink your shoulders down. Drop your knees to the right as you turn your head to the left. And then exhale, knees back to the midline, chin back to the center, knees drop to the left as the head turns to the right. Breathing out, just wrapping that soft tissue, those muscles around your middle as you come back to the midline. Inhale, let gravity take hold, let the knees drop down, let that hip roll up off the mat, the shoulders both stay down. Exhale, zipping everything in as you lift the knees. Last one, inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Good, now curl your head and shoulders up off the mat, draw your chin into your chest. Imagine you're holding something under your chin, a little apple or something. Scoop the abdominals in and then reach both arms and legs long. Inhale, tuck, and reach. And tuck, and reach. For 6, no movement through the head, no movement through the shoulders. Stretching your arms and legs long, keeping the ribs pointing down towards your hips. Last 3, and 2. Now we're going to go right from this exercise into the next. We're going to hold the knees in. Keep the right knee and left leg go as long. Single leg stretch. Breathing out. Little inhales you change, exhales you hold. Trying to keep that chin to the chest, trying to stay high on the tips of the shoulder blades. Last 4, 3. We're going to give that head a little support with the next one. Now we're going to pull both knees in. Take your hands behind your head. Hold here for a moment. Now turn right elbow to the left knee and then switch it. Left elbow to the right knee and switch. And switch. Try to connect that elbow to the knee. Get the shoulder high up off the mat. Lower elbow reaches down to the floor. Aim for 4 and 3, 2. With this last one, I'm going to tap 4 times on the same side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in as you change. Breathe out as you tap. 4, 3, 2. One more time each side. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Hold 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the shoulders back. Pull the knees in. Just circle your knees around. Both ways. Get the toes up to the ceiling. Move your feet around. Both ways. Now point the toes. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, and hold that right leg as you let the left leg drop. I want you to get both legs a little straighter so you can climb up towards that angle. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale as you change, exhale as you hold. Again, get the legs straight so you can walk up towards that ankle. Now we're going to speed it up. Stay there for 8. So strong exhale with each leg pull. That's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now take the shoulders back, pull your knees in. I'm going to grab your ball or that balled up towel. Toes up to the ceiling, head and shoulders up off the mat. We're going to pass the ball through the legs. 8, 7. Ball does a figure of 8 around those legs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then hug your knees into your chest. I'm just going to circle around both ways. Good. So we're going to pop the ball away, stretch your legs out long, and cross your right leg over the left. We're going to button your ribs towards your hips and really narrow the waist. Lift your pelvic floor. So we're going to initiate this move. It's like classic crunch, but I want you to initiate it with a pelvic floor lift and a deep abdominal connection. So your transverse abdominis kind of acts first, and then the rectus abdominis, your surface muscle, kind of engages at the end. So we're going to just hollow. So we just do that by hollowing the lower abdominals, pulling the belly button in, and then curling the head and shoulders up, stretching through the toes. Inhale, lower. Make sure you're not pulling at that head or the neck. Just curling up and down. Lift and lower. So it's almost like we're scooping deeper as the head and shoulders come up off the mat. Stretching through those legs. Like the stretch of the leg almost also helps pull those shoulders up. Last 2, breathing out. And in, hold the last one. Little pulses up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed. Hold the tension through your abdominals. Now lift your right knee up. Pull your right knee into your chest for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold that right knee still. So you can lift your left leg up. If it gets into your lower back, drop it back down. But if you can, flex and point. 8, 7. Keep your shoulders high. Keep your elbows wide. 3, 2, and 1. Drop that left leg down and pulse your chest to the knee, knee to the chest. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shoulders down, legs long. Inhale. So stretch through the fingers. Lift your rib cage up off the mat. Arch your back. And then sink the ribs back down. Cross your left leg over the right, hands behind your head, ribs towards your hips. I'm going to peel the head, shoulders up. Again, trying to initiate with those lower abdominals, deep abdominals. Scooping the belly button in tighter as the head and shoulders come up off the mat. So it's almost like you're pulling down as the ribs slide over those abdominals towards your hips. Stay there for 4, keeping your legs long, keeping the legs active. Last 2. Hold the last one. Relax your shoulders, open the elbows wide, zip the core tighter, little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5. Again, we make sure we're not pulling that head. Try to loosen the grip on the back of the neck. Hold the chest high. Left knee comes up. We're going to pulse the knee into the chest. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and freeze. Now hover that right leg up, flex and point. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop that right leg down, chest and knee to chest. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now extend the arms, lift your ribs right up off the mat, really arching your back, point your toes. Inhale and exhale to sink the ribs down to the mat. Take your hands back down along your sides. So that should have kind of felt nice and warm, a little bit of burn through the abdominals. I'm going to dial it back a little bit and come into our deeper abdominal, slightly slower, more concentrated moves. Lift your hips up. We're going to place the ball under the pelvis. We're going to lift the knees up into our tabletop. Take your hands, wrap them across your waist, and pull the sides of your waist together. Now again, if you don't have a ball, I'll just show what it looks like with that towel. Kind of with the kind of open end of the towel away from you. We come up onto that towel. Sink the lowest back rib down into the mat as much as you can. Cross your arms, pull the sides of the waist together, and we're going to tap your right toe down. Exhale, lift it back up. Inhale, lower your left toe down. Exhale, lift it back up. Right toe comes down, and lift, then left. Keep moving there. You're on that ball. It's going to be a little bit more wobbling rather than on the towel, so try to stabilize that. I'm going to hold the next one up. Now you're going to flex your feet. We're going to lower the left heel down. Hold it there. Keep it there. Imagine you're touching water. Right leg goes down. Left knee up. Right knee up. Let's see if we maintain that scoop through the abdominals, but lift your hands up to the ceiling. Left foot comes down. Right foot comes down. Left knee up. Right knee up. Keep those ribs down. One more time. Left heel touches. Right foot follows. Left knee up. Right knee up. Now hold there. Point the toes again. Now we're going to do the right arm and left leg. Stretch the legs straight and long. So in front of you. Thumb touches the mat behind you. So now left arm, right leg. Reach and center. And reach and center. Aim for 4. 3. Last 2. And 1. Come back to the center. Sink the ribs, zip the core. And now out to the side. Left knee and right arm. Opposite arm and leg. Back to the center point. So your spine is like the spine of a book. Your arm and your knee are like the pages of those books opening out in opposite directions. Now, if you find that if you do have a ball and you're wobbling quite a lot on that ball, feel free to drop your elbows down and just work on the legs. The breath is exhales you open, reach, inhales you close. Exhales you open, inhales you close. Now I want you to wrap your hands across the waist again, pull the sides of the waist together, knees together, feet together. We're going to inhale, lower your feet down to the mat, touch the mat, exhale, lifting back up, maintaining that scoop through the abdominals. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift, draw the belly button in. Last time, inhale down, exhale up, and then just pull your knees into your chest. A little movement on that ball or that towel, and then stretch your legs out. We're going to hold the back of the right leg. So you can let the left leg drop all the way down. Get the legs a little straighter. Get that lower leg close to the floor without touching. And then switch the legs. Left leg comes in, right leg goes out long. Drop the right foot, drop the left foot, lift your hips up off of the ball. I'm going to roll ourselves up to sitting and flip over to all fours. Now you need to come down onto your elbows, shoulders away from the ears. We don't need any equipment for this one. I'm going to slide your right leg back. Zip the belly button up and away, lift the lower back, and then lift that right leg up and down. High to low. Aim for 6 and 5. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Keep looking off the end of the mat. Last 3, 2. Hold that last one up. Now we're going to bend that knee, point the toe up to the ceiling. Pulse it high. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now breathe in. Drop the knees together. Breathe out. Stretch the leg long. Knees together. Extend the leg. Aim for 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, stretch and hold. Now press that leg slowly, slowly down to the mat. Slide the toe out to the edge, that corner of the mat. Rotate the foot outward. Check your shoulders. Keep the right hip pointed to the mat. Lift that right leg up and down. So imagine a little Spider-Man web kind of coming out of that toe, pulling it to the back right corner of the room. So lift. So I want you to keep the pressure off of your left shoulder, off of your left hip. So really reaching through that right toe. Stay there for 4 and 3, 2, and we hold the last one up. Now bend the knee, wrap that toe around. Turn your knee out, turn your toe in. Circle the knee up and around for 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse the circles. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now stretch that leg all the way back out. Tap the right corner of the mat, and then across the left. Tap right and left. Turn a little rainbow with that toe up and over, up and back for 6. Keep your upper body strong and stable. Last 4. So we have to wrap the core a little tighter to hold the spine still. 2 more. Out and back and out and back. And take that knee back in line and sit back onto your heels. Rest your head, sit back, and drag your hands back. Just roll your shoulders up before we change to the other side. Roll them forward. I'm going to actually spin myself around so you can see better what my leg is doing. So we're down onto those elbows, shoulders away from the ears. Slide the left leg back. Zip the core in tight. Lift the leg up and down. So we start with that long, strong leg, toe pointed. Get the foot above hip height. And imagine you got a weight on that ankle. So lifting it up, and as you press it down, like you're pushing down a heavy spring. Last 3, 2. Next one, we're going to hold that toe up, bend the knee, point the toe to the ceiling, pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees come together and extend the legs straight back. So bend the knees, knee down to the mat, extend the legs. Bend and extend. In for 4, 3. Keep pressing the mat away. Keep looking off the end of the mat. Last one, we hold. And now we imagine we're pushing down a big, heavy spring as you lower that left foot to the mat. Slide it out to the left corner of the mat. Add your little rotation, little turnout. Check that the right hip is still over the right knee as you lift that left leg up and down. Lift and lower. And again, we imagine that string from that toe connecting to the top corner of the room, up and down. So we're not leaning too much into our right shoulder or our right hip. Have to keep checking that right hip is over the right knee. Aim for 3, 2. Hold the last one up. Bend the knee. Wrap the toe around. Turn the knee out. Press your mat away. Circle the knee. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now stretch that toe out to the left corner of the mat. Tap up and over to the right. And lift. Drawing a big rainbow with that toe. Stay there for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and back up and over. Keep the energy in it. And back to the middle. Pull your knee in and sit back onto your heels. Rest your head. Drag your hands back, sitting back onto your heels. Straighten up your back. Shoulders and head come up last. Lace the fingers together behind the back. Arch your back. Look up to the ceiling. And then lace the fingers in front. Round the shoulders. Scoop the core in tight. Good. Okay, spin yourself around. And I want you to grab your ball or your towel and place it right between your shoulder blades. It's just slightly propping your upper body up. Take your fingers, touch your lowest rib, and try to pull that down. Hands behind your head, knees into your chest. Now I'm just going to see how that feels on the ball, just to make sure it's about what I want. Or sorry, on the towel. So get that towel right between the shoulder blades. Yeah, that's about right. Another option is just to prop yourself up onto your elbows. That's fine too. We're going to stretch the right leg out, zip the belly button down, inhale, lower that leg almost to the mat, and then exhale, pull that knee into the chest. Inhale, lower all the way down, exhale, lift. Aim for 3, and lift. Last 2. As you're lifting, I want you to imagine stirring through the belly button, pulling the belly button down to the mat. One more, inhale, and exhale. Good. Pull the right knee in, stretch your left leg out, belly button pulled in tight, shoulders down, inhale, lower, exhale, lift, and lower. Get that full range of motion. Make sure that foot is coming all the way down towards your mat and then all the way back up. 2 more times. I'm just going to chop and change for the ball. Last 2, just to see what you guys might be feeling. Last one, down and up. Now pull both knees into the chest. Feel free to hug those knees in for a moment. And then once again, hands behind the head. Stretch your legs out long. Scoop the belly button in. We're going to lower the right foot down and up. Then your left foot goes down and up. Pull the knees into the chest. Now, if you feel like that was okay, not too hard, now we're going to try both legs moving down and up. We're going to stretch. Otherwise, keep alternating. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Keep that scoop. Once again, inhale down. Exhale up, and then pull the knees into the chest. Feel free to hug the knees for a moment. 2 more times, hands behind the head, stretch the legs out. Option to do single legs or both legs. Down and up. Breathe in and out. Quick reset. Last one. Shoulders relaxed, elbows wide, legs long. Exhale, inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Once again, scoop the belly button tight. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, and then pull the knees into the chest, and come up off that ball. Straighten up your back, shoulders back. Good. All right. Now we're going to pop the ball away and roll yourself all the way down onto your back. We're going to come into our shoulder bridge series. So we're going to start with the band around the right foot. Extend that foot, that leg long foot, points up to the ceiling. You should be able to balance something on the sole of that foot. So imagine you're just kind of propping a teacup there. We're going to dig into our left heel and lift your hips up off the mat. Keep that foot parallel to the floor. Keep the heel pointing right up to the ceiling as you lift and lower. Up and down. Aim for 4, 3, last 2. Hold the last one. Now we're going to dump that teacup, lower the leg, and lift it up. Breathe out as you lower. Breathe in as you lift. If you need to regress this, if you need to modify it, just drop the hips down. Aim for 4 more. Exhale. Check your shoulders. Stay away from the ears. 3. Last 2. And lift. 1. And drop the hips down. Switch legs. Left foot into that band. Right foot on the mat. Shoulders are relaxed. Press into the right heel to lift. And lower. Sole of the foot points up to the ceiling. In for 6. 5. 4. Think high to low. Get as high as you can. Last 2. Now we hold the hips up. Exhale. Lower the leg down. Inhale. Lift. Now if you don't have a band, just go through the same motions without the band. Last 4. 3. 2. And 1. Drop the hips down. Both feet into that band for a little bit of a stretch. Just pull the legs behind you and then just press out and up. Might need to slide a little more length through your hands or take your hands a little higher to the ceiling. Just lower legs down and up. For 2 and lift. Last one. Good. Okay, let's drop the band and place the ball or the towel between your knees. You should be able to touch your heels with your hands. And have your heels in quite close. Walk your shoulders down away from the ears. Take your hands to your lower abdominals. And you're going to press that lower back down. Really tilt the pelvis. Tuck. Scoop the abdominals. Squeeze your ball in tight. And then we're going to start peeling that spine slowly from the tailbone through the hips and your lower back. One vertebra at a time. Peeling all the way up. Bone by bone up to those shoulders. Once you're on the shoulders, your ribs may be flared. So we're going to try to button your ribs down, kind of really pull everything in tight, and then lower the hips down. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze your ball. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Imagine you're narrowing your waist as you lift the hips up. So we're kind of zipping in tight. As we squeeze that ball, squeeze the glutes. Aim for 4, 3, last 2. Hold the last one up. Now we're going to lift your fingertips all the way to the wall behind you. Backs the hands touch the floor. Squeeze your ball. 8 squeezes. 7, 6, or a towel. 4, 3, 2, and hold. Now drop your rib cage down first. Middle back second. Try to get the hips up out of the way as you get through that lower back. One vertebra at a time. Hip bones. And then finally the tailbone comes down last. And we take your hands back to your sides. Now you're going to come up onto your toes and find your band. We're going to start with the band over the hips. Hands come zipping, holding that band down. So the band's like a little safety belt, tight across your hip bones. We're high on our tiptoes, heels are up. Squeeze the ball, press the lower back down, and then lift the hips and lower. And lift and lower. Aim for 6 and 5. Really squeeze the ball, draw the heels together, use that band for extra resistance. Last 3, 2, and 1. Now lift your hands up over your shoulders. Shorten the band a little bit. Squeeze your ball tight. Ribs towards your hips. Pull your elbows apart. And then hands back up to the ceiling. So just like almost like a bench press. Stretching that band as you lower the elbows. Lifting, letting the band retract as you lift the arms up. And for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to do one more set, but this time we're going to drop the hips as you open the elbows out and lift. Drop and lift. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold the arms up, breathe in, reach the arms all the way behind you. Drop your rib cage down first. Squeeze that ball tight. Middle back second. Bone by bone through your lower back until your hip bones and your tailbone come down to the mat. Drop your heels and then take your hands back down across your hips. Let's take the ball away and pop the band away. Scoop and hollow the abdominals. Imagine a thread through the belly button, pulling it down towards the floor. Lift the pelvic floor, hands along your sides. We're going to peel your spine slowly up, one vertebra at a time. Keep that little connection between your knees, connection between your ribs and hips. Hands into the mat, shoulders away from the ears, and then send that right toe up to the ceiling. Point the toes, stretch your leg as long as you can. Small circles, 8 small circles. 6, 5. Now if you feel pretty comfortable here, let's take the hands away. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift everything a little higher. Check your shoulders are down. Reverse your circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the right foot down. Check that your hips are level. Zip the core. Send your left leg up. Shoulders down. Small circles. 8, 7. Circle comes from the hip. Make sure that ankle is locked out. 4, 3. Just have a little look down the body. Make sure your right knee isn't wobbling at all, isn't moving. Reverse your circles. 8 the other way. Keep the hips high up off the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that foot as you reach the arms all the way behind your back. So the hands touch the floor. Drop your rib cage down first. Keep the hips high as you roll through your middle back. Knees pulling together as you get through that lower back, hip bones, and then tailbone come down last. Breathe in, take your hands back to your sides, and pull your knees into your chest. Okay, hold the backs of the knees, draw your chin into your chest. So you're in a tight little ball, add a little momentum. You're gonna roll up into a balance. Elbows wide, rounded spine, roll back to your shoulders and up to your balance. 3 more. Always make sure there's some point of contact with the mat. You're not falling back like a slab. So you have to keep that rounded spine. Really scoop. Last one. And lift. And then just stretch your legs out in front of you. Slide your hands down your legs. Wrap around the backs of your ankles. And then pull your toes in. So get your hands to those toes. Maybe folding them right over to the soles of your feet. Straighten up the back. Cross one foot over. Turn towards that knee. Lengthen through the top of the head. Open the shoulders. And then back to the center. Let's switch. Other foot across. Turning towards the knee. Breathe in, lengthen, and twist. And back to the center. Now, I want you to grab your band and lay your band across the top of your knees. If you don't have a band, we're just going to do that. Do the same without a band. There's no real point using a belt or a scarf for this one because you need that springiness of the band. So we're in our tabletop position, but flipped on its side. So your head, your shoulders, and your hips are all in a line that lines up with the back edge of your mat. Your knees and your feet are in line with the front edge of the mat. Hips are bent 90 degrees, so it's like you're in a straight back chair. Lift your knee and your foot up and down. Make sure you get some space between those knees and that the foot doesn't pop up any higher than the knee. So I don't want to see that foot kind of pulling up. Lead with the knee. Just kind of pull the foot along with you, but no higher than the knee. 8 more. And 7 other things to look out for. Make sure you're not rocking back and forth. So imagine a wall behind you, just holding your upper body perfectly still. Engage your core muscles. Even when we're working into our legs, we need that core to stay strong. Hold the last one up. Now, big circles with me, up and around. 5, 4, like you're smudging a circle with that shin. 2, 1, straighten up the back, circle the other way. 5, 4, both knee and foot, both moving in the same direction, same speed. Last 2 and 1. Now feet together, knees together, straighten up your back. Keep your feet together as you lift the knee. For 8, 7, 6, really get some space between those knees. Make sure, again, that you're not rocking, that the knees come together each time. That top knee isn't any kind of further back from the lower knee. 1 more set of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to hold the last one up. Add a little pulse, little bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more sets of 8. Doesn't have to be graceful or perfect as long as that top leg is moving. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pat out any tension that's built up through that top leg. And then we're going to remove the band. Stretch your legs out. Pull your shoulders back and lift both feet up off the mat. Now bend the knee to the ceiling, point the toe to the ceiling, flex your feet, and draw your heels back together. Now I'm going to show a little advancement from this. We're going to try to turn those toes out and take your top hand away. So you need to have those toes as another point of contact with the floor. Bend, extend, or if your hand's down, then I want those toes up. Now we're going to reverse that. Straighten up the back, lengthen, lift the leg, bend the knee, and then sweep that toe along the lower leg as if you're striking back. Get that friction between the toe and that lower leg, almost pulling that lower leg up into the knee. Now you're advanced. If you want to try it, keeping that balance, toes turn out, just as another point of contact, but lift the heel up off the mat, lift the leg, hand behind your head, shoulders out. Last one, bend and sweep. Now, drop your head and slide your fingers under the lower part of the waist. Find a little lift through that oblique, and then roll your top shoulder back. Lift the top leg a touch higher, small circles. 8, 7, take a hand to the lower abdominals. Make sure everything's pulled in tight here. Tailbone reaching towards your heels behind. Then hand to the ceiling. Reverse the circles. 8, 7, nothing else should move. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flex your feet. Kick those heels away. Lift your kneecaps. Engage your quads at the tops, at the front top of the leg. The whole of your leg is active, not just those kind of outer thighs. Stay there for 6. 5. Imagine your feet sliding along tracks. 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs come back together and lift the top leg up for 8, 7, 6, 5. I'm running out of time today. 2 and 1. Don't know where the time goes. Drop that both feet down. Knee forward, hand from the head holds the knee. We're just going to do 1 big circle in each direction. Save a little bit of time so we can do our upper back as well as the legs. So first day of school holidays today. Yeah, for those of you who have kids, it kind of feels a little bit like school time now. Knee. Lay the band over the top of the knees, but hey, at least the weather's been nice. I hope everybody has some place to enjoy the sunshine without going out to the parks and things that are far too busy, considering what's going on. So we're back in our tabletop position, but flipped onto its side. So your back is lined up at the back edge of your mat, hips, shoulders, head, knees and feet lined up at the front edge. Lift the knee and foot. We go 2 sets of 8. 3, 4, 5. Make sure we're not rocking. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold up. Big circles up and around knee and foot, like you're smudging that circle with that shin. That's 4, 3, 2, and hold. Reverse at 6. Knee and foot traveling at the same speed. Last 4. Opening those knees up. 3, 2, and 1. Now feet together. Straight up your back, open the knees out. Keep those feet touching. For 6, tighten that band. If you want more resistance, loosen the band. If you want to regress it, make it a little bit easier. Last set of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. Same, go a little higher and then pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Knees come back together. Whack out that hip. Just get rid of that burn. Take your band away. I'm going to stretch the legs out. Shoulders back. Turn the toes out. Bend the knee. Imagine a string pulling that knee straight up to the ceiling. Toe goes up to the ceiling. Flex feet. Heels back together. Keep the length from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. Now, optional advancement. We turn the toes out. So with that little point of contact with that pinky toe. Hand behind the head. Keep your collarbone nice and wide. Keep your chest facing forward. Bend. Extend. Now we're going to reverse the movement. Point the toe. Lift the leg straight up. Bend the knee, sweep the toe along the lower leg. If you have the hand behind the head and the toes turn out, make sure that heel is up off of the mat. So it's not just resting down. That will make you rock back. Lift, kind of just getting that heel up, toes slightly turned out. Or you stay like this. Last one, lift, bend, and sweep. Now drop the head, tuck the fingers under the lower part of the waist. Find that little gap, ribs towards your hips. Top leg a little higher, small circles. 8. Nothing else should move. So keep the core holding your spine, holding your pelvis like a vice. Lower leg is strong. Muscles are kind of engaged even though they're not moving. Reverse your circles. 8 the other way. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Flex feet, scissor the legs. 8, 7. No movement through the hips. No movement through the ribs. Core. 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs come back together with the top leg up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Try to go high to low. 2, and 1. Now drop the feet down. Slide the knee forward. Hand from the head holds that knee. 1 big circle each way. And then reverse your circles. Now roll over onto your front. Just quickly grab the band. Lift the arms, pull that band, and lower the chest. We'll just do a couple here, and then we're gonna stretch, and then we're done. Lift, pull, and lower. Lift, pull, and lower. Last one, pull, and then down. Take your hands under your shoulders. Sit back onto your heels. And then tuck your foot under your body. Slide your straight leg back. Look up to the ceiling. Open your shoulders. Come down to your elbows. Down to your chest. Onto one cheek. Hold. Big breath. And exhale. Let it go. Change sides. Just walk your hands back. Uncross that left foot. Slide the right foot under your body. Have the knee at the edge of the mat. Your toe at the opposite edge. Look up to the ceiling. Breathe. Down to your elbows. Down to the chest. Onto one cheek. Try to turn onto the opposite cheek. Into your straight leg back. And walk your hands back. Spin yourself over onto your back. Grab your band. And goes around the right foot. If you want to make it a stronger stretch, you can double your band and hold it like that. Shoulders down. Breathe as you pull that leg in a little bit more. Then band into the right hand, leg out to the side. Get it close to the floor and then up towards your shoulder. And then cross the leg across. Keep the right hip down. Press the heel away. Get a little bit of a pull there. Make sure that lower leg stays in line with your hip. Back to the center. Switch to your left foot. Right leg long, pull the leg in. And breathe. Leg goes out to the side, towards the floor. Keep the right half of the ribs, right shoulder, right hip, all down. You pull that foot up towards the left shoulder. And then switch the leg across the body. Keeping the left hip down, pulling that foot, feeling that nerve stretch to the outer thigh. As you breathe. So you exhale, just pull that band a little closer. And then back to the center. Just drop your band. Roll yourself over. Come into a nice cat stretch. Chin to chest, tailbone tucked under, rounded spine. And then tuck the toes. Lift the knees, press into your heels. Walk your hands back to your feet. Nod your head. Shake the head no. Soften your knees, scoop the abdominals in, and slowly roll yourself back up to standing. Stacking one vertebra on top of the other, shoulders on top of ribs, head on top of the shoulders, shoulders down away from the ears. Nice long neck. Inhale, lift the arms up, and exhale up into your balance. Hold, arms out to the side, and then lace the fingers behind the back. Good. Just shake everything out. Give yourself a good round of applause. Now our full schedule for the week is up on the Instagram and Facebook page. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll be back for a more advanced class this afternoon at 5:30 and beginner classes. Just check the schedule out. See you soon.